So once we have everything, or once we have in the built environment, we have a live model. Once we integrate everything, basically from day one to all the way to the facilities, everything is planned very well. So from day one, you can just have, heating and cooling systems for the building is designed very nicely. Everything is talking to each other. You put the sensors so that what you design is actually happening in the actual building or not. And if not, you can fine tune them at any time. So it's not like you just lost everything. It's wonderful that you keep track of everything. You're just basically touching upon everything constantly and fixing them, fine tuning them until you have the, basically working system that basically, optimize for energy use, optimize for water use, optimize for not cleaning the world. So this is amazing. So of course, there are so many things through the process creates certain problems through the process. Um, and let's talk about a little bit about risk factors. Um, I want you to understand that all these different things, and when we talk about these wonderful companies providing wonderful tools for us, but every single one of them have proprietary systems that they don't like to share. That's the reason we talk about having an open standard that we can use, uh, but unfortunately they don't follow it as much as we basically we wanted to have. We talk about industry foundation classes for a long time, making sure that all the data shared across platforms, but unfortunately and understandably also companies doesn't want to share all the proprietary stuff. So there is not a good connected systems that works each other, which pushes many of the municipalities to create open source systems or utilize open source systems, which in return comes with cybersecurity problems. So because any open system has a problem with the reliability, even though some of them are very good, but you need good IT people who really understands these things. But definitely we need cybersecurity layer in everything. And also governance is the issue. Of course, when the systems are not very well planned, we don't, data comes in, but you don't really know what you're getting unless you start to work on with this data. So sometimes you don't have any sufficient data to understand what is really happening because you didn't create the system to collect proper data in proper places. So data accuracy is a problem. Irregular updates is a problem. Even data storage is a problem because you collect all this data from different resources. But guess what? Because I have an example. Like I just remember one of the companies came over. They designed a bridge, one of the longest span bridges in the world, and they put all these sensors to collect data for the vibrations, and um, and they have amazing systems. They collect amazing amount of data, but after a year they didn't know what to do with the data. Like they have terabytes of data, gigabytes of data coming in constantly every day, and they don't know what to do with the data. So this requires a lot of thinking. Like, what are you going to do with the data after you train your systems with that data? How we are going to park the data? Of course, you don't want to lose data, but as the data grows up these incredible levels, then how are you going to pay it? We have data centers all over the world, but they also utilize too much energy. So all these things are coming together as a deal breaker. Of course, somebody needs to own the data, own the systems, and also there could be poor asset identity mapping because also this requires the facility guys involved with the processes, making sure that everything is follow up properly. But let's say you do all these things properly, it just literally makes your life better. City level, everything is easier. You capture all the problems, you can solve them timely manner. As I said, it's not easy. It takes lots of painstaking, but yeah, it works. It provides better safety, sustainability wise, it better energy optimization, reduced environmental impact, reduced rework, scheduling. Let's say your water pipeline broken, very fast. You act on it very quickly. You fix it very quickly. There's an electrical outage of some sort. You can fix it very quickly before it reaches to the people of the city. This all works, combined manner very well. And wonderful thing is, there are so many areas that you can just create your own organization. this is the best time to be an entrepreneur. If you know what you're doing and if you understand the problem, this is the best time to create your own company, start making money, because we need entrepreneurs to just work on these different aspects of the world. Thank you. Okay, so let's very quickly, thank you very much for listening up to this point. Let's talk about the part three, where we are gonna just finalize the start things that we started. So artificial intelligence and digital twins, this is where the brain meets with the body. Okay, so we have the body, we created it. Now AI is going to provide us the information, insights, and actions so that we can deliver the rest of the stuff. This is where the magic happens. And this basically creates a powerful feedback loop. The information comes and goes. Twin provides the rich real-time data, which is the body, and then AI is basically provides the brain. So this is where the magic starts to happen. And of course, from the construction perspective, and for the when you think about the AI integrating with all the construction processes, which provides incredible amount of data for different purposes, and eventually, once we have from day one to day end, we collect this data. This incredible amount of data is utilized through the from design to construction, and which is given to the facility and the operational managers for as-built data. And after that, with the AI, you can just basically at any stage you provide all these optimized information. Throughout the process, it gives you incredible amount of to resolve these things. So AI is just going to be at this stage provides incredible tool for basically understanding how you're going to fine tune all these different systems, how you're going to avoid the failures, and how you're going to optimize your energy. So it will just basically utilize all the data to provide that information. And your city overall becomes an intelligent system. And especially with the 5G basically coming into our lives very fast, which very fast, very reliable connected devices all over the place. So we have all these different cities are emerging, because these cities, as they grow, they have very complicated needs. So they have, with these systems in place, they basically utilize the data very fast and create basically cities that make them quite manageable and wonderful, so that the systems working together, coming together nicely. So the cities are working as basically with these tools much more efficiently. And I'm telling you, most of the cities are going to adapt that. All the European cities and American cities has to adapt to these systems very fast, because there is incredible amount of time and money savings in these systems. Let's talk about a little bit about the examples and case studies very fast. Structural health monitoring is one area that we utilize digital twins. Making sure that using sensors and proper devices so that we can just capture all the problems and resolve them very fast. Instead of I worked as a bridge inspector several years during my youth, and I know how difficult it is. And these systems, cameras, provides incredible amount of information that we can resolve these things very fast. Um, for example, another case study we have in France, they have several challenges. They utilize digital twins, and they have incredible amount of systems. They deploy digital twins on major stations, combined with AI agents for real-time monitoring and simulation. And basically, they have amazing savings for reduction of equipment use, reduction of energy consumption, for the maintenance, on-time completion of their maintenance problems also in there. Because AI, when combined with digital twins, basically provides incredible amount of useful information. Several examples from different places. For example, in Italy, they use proactive traffic management. They use it for, in Palermo, they use for instant action, incident detection, so that this way they can just constantly observe and find the incidents there as they're happening, which is, creates a proactive, reactive process. Another example from UK, they use, again, basically for HS2 rail network. Basically, they use it for simulation purposes, passenger flows and everything else. And it just basically engineers using these systems can detect and improve efficiency and proactively adjusting their schedules, etc. So these are, even though these are incremental examples, they provide information, good examples. But I'm telling you, what we need is, as is in the China example, we need systems in the city level with the 5Gs. But I want to also make sure that you understand that these processes require a lot of painstaking, and it is a process that has to be followed. Of course, as we have all these different case studies and all this information, I want to make sure that you understand. Road ahead is promising, but it has lots of challenges. Data integration quality is a problem. Cost and skills gap. This is the reason we love these courses, because as I said in the beginning, the education that we have in engineering and architecture curriculums are not designed for this new era. So it requires a different types of people, different types of approaching things, which requires a lot of training from different perspectives. And also privacy and security is important. As I said several times, cybersecurity is a big deal with these processes. Of course, governance and collaboration is also an issue. So if we are going to reach these amazingly managed digital twin cities, we have to have proper people with the right type of education, who understands AI, who understands digital twins, who understands these different technologies merging together, understands the BI, business intelligence, and have the mindset to move forward these things. Because all these things require a lot of painstaking. It is not going to be easy. But wonderful thing is, if we can manage to do these things, which we are in the right direction, the future is going to be much better. I want you to make sure that you understand. We have to imagine living in an intelligent virtual twin for every building, bridge, and the city, which will make our lives much better, much more efficient. We will just harm the earth less. It will be much more sustainable in everything that we do. It will be safer, it will be healthier, it will be energy efficient, water efficient, so it will be a better world. So we have to push forward, going in this direction no matter what. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. Thank you.